Hello everyone, you're here with Claro Beauty with Claudia Lara. Thank you very much for being here with me. So today we're gonna feature Pat McGrath. And this is from one of your requests, which I really appreciate when you write to me, when you comment, or when you request things. And especially when you suggest or correct me or give me the name I'm looking for. I really appreciate it. So thank you. All right. So what are we gonna do with Pat McGrath? So I don't have all the Mothership palettes. I don't have all her palettes, but I do have the Divine Rose 2. I know one of you asked me that you guys just ordered Divine Rose 1. Now I don't have that one. It's supposed to be more wearable. It's supposed to be less bright colors. So I think that's a good choice. I also have one of these quads, and I got very bright colors. That's why I got this quad. I didn't want just a natural look, because when I think of Pat McGrath, I don't think of very just natural, subdued. I mean, especially from the brands I've been featuring. Pat McGrath will be a day that I will go out, or a day that I have this fun and about kind of attitude. And I'll show you what I would do in those days. Yesterday, I actually wore one, and I'll tell you. So I only have this quad, and then I have one of the first that she started coming up with. You remember this ones. They're different colors. There was a red one, there was a pink one. And I remember, I think I got 3 or 4 of them, and I didn't know what to do with them, and I ended up returning those, but just kept this one. Why did I keep this one? Because it had those blues in gray, and I just thought in the gold, and I just thought I could make a very smoky eye with that. I think I've used it once or twice for dinner parties. So I'm not gonna be using this today, but maybe another day I can work with this. But because I wanted that kind of smokiness and blue, and I did order one of her sets, which came with the very black, and then with a very kind of, you know, you can, this is called Astral White pigment, dark matter pigment, and then there was like gold, and then this one was spectacular. I think this is why I ordered. Look at that. So I haven't played with this one, so I will do a video on it and see what I do with it. And with those, it came with a very black eyeliner, which for the life of me, I've been looking for it everywhere to showcase today, and I just couldn't find it. Does that ever happen to you? It's very frustrating, but I didn't find it. And I didn't find most of the lipsticks I had of her. I know I bought one of those small trio set and some of those. So I didn't find the ones that were neutral, but I did find a couple of others, and I do have many of her glosses, which I love her glosses. So that's what we're gonna be featuring today. I'm gonna be playing with the Divine Rose 2, with this one. And I'm gonna try to showcase a little what I would do for a natural day, and then how I can do ramp it up, a more, you know, fun or night or something like that. What else I wanted to say? I think that's about it for now. So let's begin. Just so you know, I am wearing the Surratt foundation, and I am wearing a little bit of concealer, this Giorgio Armani. I think, what is this called? Power Fabric, a number 3. I do find that when you do like Natasha, Denona, or Pat McGrath, or this more bold or more pigmented type of eyeshadows, I do like to wear a little bit of concealer. I'm not a, you know, super duper. I heard that the Pat McGrath concealer, and then the powder, that it makes your skin look amazing and the under eyes look amazing. But I don't like that look of completely cover. That's not me. So for me, this is good. And I'm also looking for something that doesn't dry me much, that is not very heavy duty in my eyes. So that's what I'm wearing. So for the Natasha Denona featuring, I didn't do it, but I do recommend for Natasha Denona and for Pat McGrath to use some kind of primer for the eye. I'm very sensitive to makeup. A lot of makeup bother me. And I do find that this formulas, I guess because of the nature of it, so they can be so bright or bold or whatever, they become very, you know, a little uncomfortable in my eyes if I don't use a primer. So I use it more for protecting my eye, which is okay. And I guess that's the right way to do it, really, because you put a white canvas, and so then the shadows can really go and stand out. I know Pat McGrath came out with this pencil recently, which you apply it and it makes the actual eyeshadows pop. I didn't get that one. I did just order, she got me with the 35% off. If you don't know, it's happening right now. I think it's happening till the end of November, maybe the 27th of November, not sure. But she has this, if you spend a certain amount, you can get 15%, 20%, or 30%, and then up to 35%. So she got me on a set. And so I got the new Mothership palette, number 9. And I got that one, even though it's similar to this Divine Rose 2 in the sense that it's more bold colors, instead of more subdued, like Sublimage or like the Divine Rose 1. I was very tempted on those two. However, I couldn't let go of the purple eyeshadow. There's a purple, very sparkly eyeshadow that is on this new palette, and that's the one that sold me. I mean, imagine, I bought this one also for this bluish purple, but I found out that's not my favorite of the quad. Just the way it performs, and I'll swatch them, is not as good as, for example, the green, the blue, and the gold. Well, I guess the other three. I don't know why it's different, but it is. And I'll showcase that. I'll swatch them so you know what I'm talking about. But let's start with priming my eyes. And I know this is not Pat McGrath, but this is Rare Beauty. I actually order most of Rare Beauty, you know, like a lipstick, an eyeshadow, the eyeliner, this, and so, some others when she first launched. I'm very curious. I'm curious of how the formula will perform. And I will do a video on just that brand, Rare Beauty. But I did enjoy her primer because I have several others. And I did enjoy her liquid eyeliner, the black one, which I might use today depending on how the look is going. Those two items, I thought they were so worthwhile. The performance was very, very nice compared to other things that I have tried. And the liquid eyeliner, the black one, is so easy to apply. I mean, it is a matte and it is understated, so even better, I like. So I don't know how it compares to the Pat McGrath. If you have it, let me know. I've been tempted to order it, but I don't necessarily go out at night and have a place for all of these colors. But you know, let me know how it applies. I might end up buying. And again, I can't believe I can't find my lip liner and my eyeliner. I will be using a Natasha Denona black just because I know they're as bold, or that style, or that line of, like, I don't think I would use like a Dior or a Chanel for this type of looks, because they're more elegant looking, subdued. This is like, you know, like you want to look like you're wearing makeup. You can't pretend not. Although for the first look, we're going to try that. So I wouldn't say look, I'm just going to try one eye so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Because one of you asked me that you didn't know how to wear this. And so let's start talking about that. I believe these Mothership palettes are divided in kind of a, this four, usually they have a very bold dual chrome sort of thing. And if you see these two, kind of getting that interesting, no, this pink one and the yellow kind of getting that very interesting sort of, and then this one is totally sparkly and you know, bring it up a notch. Like Pat McGrath loves to show this little Instagram commercials with a diamond and how that sparks like all over, light everywhere sort of thing. I think that's this one. And then these ones are so bold and beautiful. And the orange one, or what do you call that? I don't think it's copper, but it's kind of that, yeah, I guess it goes more in the orangey style, you know, like this one has also a little, it's not peach. Well, you can see it, you know what I'm talking about. Even though Divine Rose, you know, its significance to a rose, I think it also has this kind of orangey, peachy, this one too. And then it has all these purplish, burgundy sort of with this too, you know. But the way it was divided, let me finish with that thought, so that you have these 4 that usually are more bolder, and then you have these 6 that are meant for the crease, the everyday, the complementing of putting a darker outer corner, lining. So just in that, you know, for everyday, you could use this too during the day. You can give the outer corner with that one. You can really put this all over the lid. That seems like it has a little more shine to it, all over the lid, and then keep this in the crease and this up. So I think this 4 can be very wearable, very, you know, nice. Now, if you want a little more fun or a little more up, I would use like this bolder pink and, you know, this. And then if you really want that, you see there's the dual chrome. I don't know if you can see, it goes brown to pink. You see that? And then look at this one, gold to that orange. So then you ramp it up with this ones. Yeah. So one look that I'm not gonna do today, but that I would do with this is to put kind of this one all over and put it up like you've seen me do it. And then this dual thing all the way to the lid. And I think just those 2 will make a great look. Now, I don't know what I'm gonna do today, but let's play, right? And, you know, I'm not a makeup artist, and I'm just doing this for fun and trying to come up with ways that I can actually wear this kind of shadows with my age, my personality, and all of those great things. So to tell you the truth today, I have to go and run some errands. Doing a day look would have been fabulous and end there. But because I'm doing this video for you all, well, we have to play a little bit, right? So I'm gonna take the lightest shade, this one. And as you know, if you've seen my videos, you start in the bottom middle, because I want to know how the color is, right? And then if it's not too bright, if it's not too crazy, if it's doable, workable, then I start bringing it to the inner corner first because it's the brightest, and then spread it all out. So in this case, look, it's really minimum. I mean, if I didn't have a primer, this could be where to cover my whole lid and prime my eye, or start with a white canvas. It does have a little bit of, you know, I know in the pan it looks a little golden lights, but I'm seeing a little pink in there. I don't know if can you see a little pinkish, see there? So that's good. I mean, the palette is Divine Rose after all, right? So, and then I will go with the matte with this one and do the crease. With the crease, I always start with a vertical line, see? Because that already showed me this is pigmented and there's some color in it. So that leads me to be a little more careful or know what I'm doing with my brush. Because this area here is okay if it darkens it up. I'm gonna darken it up anyways. And that's why I begin that way. Because if you just start like crease 2 and then you start going, and there's a lot of pigment, or you haven't dusted brush enough or whatever, then you have this big stain there, and then it's hard to start blending, right? So what I do is I start a little bit in the lid where I would like the darker color, make the line like I did, and then bring the color up. And that way I feel I have a little more control of the color I want in the crease. And in this case, I just starting very lightly. Because if I was doing a day look, I mean, look at that. If you think about it, if I just put a little brown eyeliner and mascara, that is a very natural look. So there you go. The palette can be natural. It can be everyday. If you notice, I'm barely putting product because when I first put it here, you saw that I can really build that color to really show. So if I was doing it for night purposes, that's what's probably I would do. But for everyday, there you have it. That's what I would do. Now, if we start playing just a little bit louder, then I go with this darker, and it's still matte. And so I will make the line. If you notice, I don't make the line at the end of my eye. I go in and then in up towards my eyebrow. This will make the impression of my hooded eyes, you see, is lifting. If I would put it down here, which is where the eye meets, that will really bring my eye down. So I always start inward a little bit and then up, and then I bring it up. There's, I think Wayne Goss, I saw him doing this whole mathematical geometry line of one of the new looks. And what he talked about is kind of in the center here, and then straight horizontal line like that. So you kind of bring this up like that, and then bring it in. And in, not to this corner, but the inner. Well, he didn't say that, but I'm saying that because if I bring it down all the way here and then up, it brings my whole hoodiness, this appear lower. So I bring it in a little bit, but I am thinking of this horizontal line. And that's where I'm doing the B. A lot of YouTubers instruct to bring it here to the crease, right? And in the crease, you start bringing it in. I find that makes my real estate of my lid smaller. And so, and then you barely can see what I have. I mean, you're barely gonna see what I have in there anyways, because look, this covers it, right? But if I bring up the color a little bit here, up, so I pretend this is sort of my crease, a little bit above, and then make this horizontal line out, and then meet them. And of course, this horizontal line doesn't have to be very precise. I am just showing you what I am thinking of as I am, you know, applying the. Now, I'm very careful to not go in here. In there, you see, this is where my eyebrow ends. And think of a horizontal line, this little thing. I don't want any color there. I'm also careful to not bring the color all the way to the eyebrow, at least for this look. I know there's some looks that you do want to fill this whole area with color, which that might be a good idea for a very bold night thing, right? But because we want to be a little conservative, because one of you said, I really want to be able to wear it. And I don't think any of us at this moment, well, who knows, maybe you do. You know, we want that kind of ball made up. You know, did you see the Pat McGrath Instagram video where there is the singer, Lady Gaga, and she's all made up with Pat McGrath. She looks amazing, beautiful. I love the sparkles, the light, the glamour, everything that Pat McGrath is capable of doing. But if it was not a photo shoot, I don't think I would wear it like that. So anyways, so again, this is a little more made up look, and you see I barely wearing things. Why? Because you saw the day, and then I will do something like this more of night. I probably will add a little bit more of this purple, you see? until this becomes a very outer corner sort of elongating, and then the eyeliner and the mascara. That will look lovely. Now let's ramp it up a little bit more. Now let's put this one that has a little bit of shine and include it. Well, I'm tempted. So you could do that. You could do just this one with a little shimmer, but I'm looking at this one that has a little bit of purplish because they're very, very similar. If you notice, this one is just more burgundy. This is something I would use if you want a more serious, you know, less, what do you say, adventurous. Because once you start going into the purples, you know, you start getting into some color. This is very natural and wearable. But I'm going to put a little bit of that purple. So that way I can grow into the pinks and whatever. So what I'm doing right now, you could also do with this. But I'm doing with the more purple one. And look how beautiful that shine. Start bringing life to the eye. And so the same thing would have happened with the browner one. So it's just a matter of what kind of look you want. Obviously, I am wearing this sort of color, so I decided to go more for the purple. If I was wearing more brown, burgundy, you know, fall colors, I would have gone for the darker brown. So you see, now that's even a more finished look, and I actually like it quite a bit. Now, since I do that, I probably would add a little bit of this dark again, but now starting emphasizing a little bit of my crease. In this case, I'm not trying to go above like I've been talking about. Now I'm really going inside the crease. And the reason being is because I already have the other color here, and that will help just to blend in that darker in the lid. So now we can emphasize like usually people do right in the crease. And it's okay because I already have a little bit of the above color. So, I will bring a little bit of those two here. Which two I did use? So the purplish and then a little bit of the orange. Why the orange? Because that orange, you have to think about it like it's the blendable color. It's the one that brings the look together. It's the one that I brought all the way up here. It's the one that you will never notice is there, but it's actually helping bringing it all together. And so here, I just brought it here and I just finished it over here just to finish the product out. Really didn't have to do that. So there you have it. It's ramped up even more now. Now let's start playing even further. Let's say I really wanted now to make it very fun. I would put this pink, this one, all the way up here. And then since you already have the purple one in the lid, that pink will really show up, and it will show up beautiful. But do we want to play with these other ones? That's the question, right? All right, so let's play with the other ones. I might add that pink just so you see the whole look at the end. So right now I'm very tempted to use this kind of orangey because that's gonna really bring a lot of color, and I wanna put some of the gold. And I know it's gonna be mixing because I probably would not have put what I already did in the lid, but it's okay. And mixing, you know me, I think it brings complexity and nice in the look. So I'm using that orange that I talked to you about, those four. And this orange already starts, we're in the big leagues now. We are really ramping it up. And by the way, let's say, I don't know if I don't want to confuse you, but let's say for a daylight, just day, fun, you can just put this orange pink all over the lid and leave it at that. And that will be fun too. Nothing else, just that. But see, that's getting beautiful because it's bringing now the pinkish purplish and then this peach. So now it's becoming very interesting, sophisticated, right? So on that note, I'm gonna put this one in the inner lid because it's the lightest, but look at the sparkle. Can you see all the sparkle? Ooh. So look at my eye. Well, I don't think you can see, but so there's a lot of that. I'm gonna put it in the inner corner. Oh yeah. Now I wanted to put the gold on the out, but I don't think I would like that. I think at this moment, I need something that darkens this even more, but with spark. So I'm tempted also to use the purple one. Yeah, let's use, because this one, can you see the shift in color? If I tilt it even more, it goes to green. Let's see if you see. See? There. Green, pink, brown. Talking about this one. And so that's magical. So I'm going to take a little bit of that and I'm going to just pop it here. Oh yeah. You can put that all over your lid. I don't want to do that. I usually don't like very dark all over my lid. Kind of, what do you call it? Smoky eye. I don't like that much. So I need a brush to clean it up. I don't want to start messing up. So I'll just use this refer. Okay. But this is beautiful. Now what I'm considering is if I should finish the other eye the same, or we should try something else. Would you like that? All right, so let's put the money in my mouth. Or what is that saying? My words in my money's worth, or whatever, of what I was explaining about a different look. So I don't know, I hope you like this very light sort of look. I'm gonna add just a little bit of this one up here. And I will put the eyeliner and mascara, and that will be a look, and I will do that by the end. But let's say I wanted to ramp even a little bit more. I want you to check this out. So I want you to see this pink, bright pink, the one that I was a little bit, that would be for another look and whatever. I'm gonna take a little bit in the tint, and I just wanna add a little bit up here. Just like a little line. And what that's doing is just bringing that pink, you know, the one that we might be scared because of the boldness. And oh my God, that really brought it to make it fun, for sure. Now I am adding more of the brown green over here because I want this to stay darker, and the pink really brought that bold, you know, more color. So look at that. Oh my God, I think that's beautiful. What do you guys think? So I'm gonna play the other eye. I didn't like to do that because then I look like half and half, but since it's such an interesting palette and there's so many to play with, I'm gonna make a very, very easy look. So I didn't play with this bold yellow. Now I have to tell you, you see sparkly. Bold yellow is not necessarily the best on me, but I wanna showcase it and I wanna showcase it for you. So I'm gonna take that bold and I'm just curious. And that looks like you use it at the end because, oh my God, look at that, right? But since I'm playing it for the very first time, I wanted to see, and you saw how I started in the center, and that saved me. Look how bold this color is. If I had used it anywhere else, I might have been in trouble. Now I'm gonna use the white, also sparkly. Now I'm gonna do this in the center, inner corner, and just bring it in. And when it is a bright color, I will bring it in all the way to the center. If this is the part that is the shiniest, that's good. It's always good. Now I'm gonna bring, I'm gonna put a little bit of this one on the bottom. I kind of mix it with the gold a little. Oh, wow. I'm liking it. And then of course, I'm gonna bring the crease color. You probably will use that one for a lot of most of the looks because that is the matte kind of crease choice that this palette is giving you. Most of her palettes give you that choice somewhere. So just recognize which one is the all over matte and which one is the crease matte because you probably will be using it for most of your looks. So what do you guys think? I mean, look at that. This, because it's gold, I would like it for Christmas look. Look at that. Right? Oh yeah. It would be very different blush and, but look, this is very different. Now, I like it just like that. If you wanted to put a little bit, let's put this one. Just because, remember, you always want something at the outer corner that is darker than the rest of it. I mean, not always, but it helps to bring this dimension quality and to look at how beautiful. All right, so I'm gonna put some eyeliner and then I'm gonna be right back. All right, so I am back. 2 looks. I put a little blush. I went with the Chantecaille, the one with the coral in it, because it is a pink peach. I was very tempted to use a little more golden or peachy over here and more pinky over here, but I thought that blush would have been perfect because it has the pink and the peach in it. Now after that, I haven't applied the highlighter. Now I don't have the Pat McGrath highlighter, although I think it comes in the set I just bought. So I didn't know if to apply a little bit of the one that comes in here and do a bling bling, but no, I decided to pull out. I have the Dior Backstage. This is the 002 Glitz because it has pinch and glitter strobe. I just thought it would be a very usable for this look. So the one with the golden and peach, I'm gonna mix these 2 colors. Let's see how that applies. And oh yeah, because it has some gold in it. Oh, that's beautiful. A little more of the peachy. Yeah. And then on the other side, I'm flipping the brush. I'm gonna be using, this has a little more pink. Put a little bit of the peach also here. But I use the pinkish highlighter on this side, and I use the gold on this side. And granted, gold is not my best. But I do love this because of that peachiness that came. Of course, you can ramp this up even further if you really wanted to. I already showed you. But now we're gonna end up with the lipstick. And I was tempted because this look, I would use very neutral lipstick. And on this look, you can go neutral or you can go red. And because the two lipsticks that I was able to find was, this is Rouge Lavieres, and this is Rebel Red and Omi. So Omi, I think, is more neutral. So let's put a neutral color. So you can go like this and then put, I would probably even go more neutral or more red. But I wanted to play with the glosses, and I do have several glosses of her. I have here the Pale Fire Nectar, which everybody loves and adore. And I do have the Vine Rose. Well, the Vine Rose goes, right? So I don't know if I should put half and half. Because the Divine Rose, since I did a little rose here, I would like it here. This will be one look. Do you like it? And then this is more peach gold, which doesn't really go with the shirt I'm wearing, so keep that in mind. Because this one is more purples and, but it still kind of goes because this colors has a little pink and purple in it, even though it's nectar. That was the word I was looking, not orange, nectar and gold. You see? Look how beautiful that looks. All right? And I will have to say, I regress in saying that these are not for day. I mean, yes, I wouldn't be running to the store and things like that. But if I would go to a nice luncheon, I will wear this fun, especially with this kind of earrings, you know, that look more like fun. Well, I hope you like it. Thank you very much. Let me know if you want to see more Pat McGrath. Let me know if you want me to see how I do the one and done kind of shadow and like this type of colors. And I wish I had the Divine Rose one so I can showcase that one, but I did order the number 9, so that will be coming, and I definitely will do something with it to see. And if you want one of these palettes, they are on sale on Pat McGrath website, so take advantage of that. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do at this moment. Ring the bell that is on the right-hand corner of your screen. Please like and definitely comment, request, suggest. I think I said that at the beginning. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.